Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a great day. And today I wanted to talk about testing. See, everybody's always talking about how God is testing us and how God is putting us through these hard times to test us, to make us better, to teach us a lesson, and so many things that we attribute to God, and we're saying, God, thank you for this sickness, thank you for this disease, thank you for this test because you're gonna make us better. And we start using these verses that to be joyful in our tribulations. But we have to understand the word. We have to understand that the word test, try, temptation, they all mean the same thing. They're subjected to the context of which is written on. So it's either good or it's bad. Most of the time the Bible's talking about good testing, but a lot of us have attributed it to the bad testing. But we have to realize this. I just recently heard it put where they said our relationship with God is not a test, it's a relationship. See, and you start analyzing these things, you start analyzing that truth within that statement, and you start thinking, what kind of a relationship are we in where the other person is always constantly having to test or prove how much you're worth or how much you love them? Imagine that in a relationship now, where your wife all of a sudden is constantly putting her friends to test you to see if you're gonna hit on them. And when you don't, she's like, good job, you didn't fall for the trap, you passed the test. You're gonna be like, what are you doing? Do you not trust me? What are you trying to bring out of all this? Are you trying to make me fall? Is that the purpose of it? So I can just walk away? But we think that God is doing the same thing. Well, God is testing me. God is doing this to see if I'll do the right thing. But it's like, really? Do you really think that God is that insecure that he's constantly going to have to test you to see if you love him? No, what he's telling us that he's trying us. And there's a difference between testing and trying. Let's take, for example, a car. When you go test drive it, you're not gonna go ram it into a wall. You're not gonna get in a high-speed chase to see if it's capable of doing so. No, you're trying it out. You're seeing if the functions work properly. You're seeing if this is everything that you needed to do for the purpose in which you have it. That doesn't mean breaking through the windows. That doesn't mean breaking through the locks. That doesn't mean taking it through the water. Now there's tests for that. Yes, absolutely. But we don't do that when we're trying something out, or when you're trying a soup, when you're cooking and you try it out. Or take that for example. When you use, again, the word for in the Greek is subjective to the context, so it could be good or bad. So let's take for example, right, that I just made a really good dip, and I tell you, hey, you know what? Come try this out. It's delicious. Come and see how good it is. See, the same word try is there. Now let's take for example, I'm walking around, somebody looks at me, somebody makes me mad, and I'm like, come try me, come try me. See, now the context is different, the same wording, but the context is different. See, one's aggressive and one's not aggressive. See, we need to stop addressing God in this aggressive nature, because what we do a lot of times is we thank God for the sickness and disease, and we say it's the devil when somebody has success and prosperity. See, but the Bible says that Jesus came to give life and life abundantly, so the credit should go to him. And the Bible says that the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. Yet we're saying that it's God doing that to us because he's testing us. This is not a test. This is a relationship, a normal functioning relationship. Well, it should be, right? Where we love God, he loves us, and all we do is live for each other. Just like with your marriage, you live for your wife and your wife lives for you. Or with your children, you're not gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, son. Out of nowhere, yeah, okay, there comes lessons when he burns his hand on the stove for one purpose and one purpose only, so they don't do it again. It's not like, you know what, burn just for the heck of it because I want to teach you a lesson. No, it's something that you choose. Teachable moments, that's what we call them, right? We take advantage of the teachable moments. That doesn't mean we cause the teachable moments, but we teach them in those moments so they can understand that they don't have to stumble through the same thing over and over. See, they don't learn the lesson of, okay, let's just say they burned their hand. You're not gonna be like, okay, I caused that so you can know not to touch fire. No, they accidentally touch the fire, then it's gonna be like, okay, don't touch it again. You know, the lesson was for their benefit so they don't hurt. But it wasn't like, you know what, let me grab your hand, let me place it on the fire so you can understand that fire is hot and it will burn you. No, that's not what God does to us either. He's just, as we walk through life, we stumble into problems, but then he's all like, okay, let me take this as a teachable moment. So remember, testing doesn't mean burning to the ground and breaking you down. That is not a relationship. That's probably a relationship in the standards of today's society, but that's not a relationship with our loving Father. And we have to begin to embrace Him as such. And when you do, I promise you that your life will change from the inside out. I promise you that what you see as negativity right now will just crumble, and nothing but the goodness of God will begin to just envelop your whole life. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.